I knew instinctively that if people trusted me, I could actually make this go on and on and on and on. So we had 5 record deals back to back, and not one of them was a hit. Not one was a hit. But I was able to pay people small sums of money. Then something very strange happened. This is pre-mobile phone. My youngest son reached 1 year old, and we decided we were going to go out for our first night out, my wife and I. And my sister-in-law came to babysit. She said, "Can I bring a friend?" The friend came, and when we came back from our dinner out, I felt it was rude just to say, "Go now, go get thee hence." So I started something called conversation, which was really interesting. And this woman said to me, "I'm an opera singer." I said, "How interesting." She said, "If you ever need a singer, here's my card." And I put it in my top pocket. I loathe opera. There was no chance this was going to happen. The following day, I'm at Abbey Road Studios, and the singer I was due to work with calls in ill. I phoned 4 other singers, but as I say, pre-mobile phone, they were out. I then remembered this opera singer's card. I called her. She came, and 4 weeks later, the record we made went #1 in Holland, then in Belgium, then all over Scandinavia, then France, and it became one of the biggest selling records in Europe that year. And we went on to have a great deal of success. And I learned something else in the way of doing all these things, which was that the moment that everybody else in the world thought I ought to be most happy, I found tragic. Imagine the situation. You're in the most expensive room in the most expensive hotel in Paris. You go into a limousine to go and pick up platinum discs. The record on the limousine's radio is mine. It had been #1 for 15 weeks, and the record which plays after that on the radio is going to knock my record off the #1 spot. Shame I'd written that as well. And I'm in the back of this limo, and I started to cry. And I've never felt as miserable in my whole life. I don't know whether you know what it's like to have everything you thought you wanted and discover that it's a huge joke. The champagne you thought you'd feel in your veins isn't there. The people around you aren't your friends and family. They're guys for whom you are a product. I decided there and then I was going to give up the music business because it did not make me happy. It made me money, but it didn't make me happy.